All right, let's move on to this tandem situation of sorts with Teitum Tuioti and is it Tausili Akana? And I did my best.
Yeah, no, that's close. Too silly, I think how you say that. But yeah, a lot of Nebraska fans will be familiar with the Tuioti name. Tony Tuioti is the defensive line coach at Nebraska, and recruits the state of Hawaii. Obviously, since he's from there, and his son Teitum Tuioti is an offer guy for Nebraska. He's a 2023 outside linebacker. Heck of a football player. I love him. He's a headhunter. He plays defensive end right now at Lincoln Southeast, but he's an outside linebacker all the way. Currently has 7 or 8 Power 5 offers right now, and has had a Nebraska offer now since the season was going on last year. And, great player. But their ties to the state of Hawaii mean big-time things for Nebraska because Coach Tuioti's been recruiting Ohana that he's actually the 2023 number 1 ranked outside linebacker in the country. He has 27 Division I offers already, and they, like I said, they are family friends. Teitum and him were buddies back in Honolulu when when the Tuioti family was still over there, and they spent the weekend here. And he basically was on an unofficial visit, but stayed at the Tuioti home. And the kicker is that his sister plays on the Nebraska volleyball team. So a lot of ties here for a kid that's being recruited by every school in the nation, and it would be quite a pair of bookends to have there at the outside linebacker spot if you put these two Hawaiian natives together on the field at the same time, because they both play with a lot of anger and a lot of violence happens when they make contact. So, yes, it would be great to watch, and Husker fans would just go nuts.
It would be irresponsible of me, Greg, if I put together the Hawaiian connection and the other maybe Polynesian connections. I don't want to group all of them together, but there does, because the names are similar to somebody like myself, but I don't want to make that mistake. But it does seem as though Nebraska is the school that is furthest east that has some type of strong connection to those communities, whether they be in Hawaii or just to the Pacific Northwest and down the entire coast, because we see, as well as anyone, if you look at the Utah roster, for example, the BYU roster, you're going to see a ton of those origin of names. But Nebraska seems to be the school that for decades now has had a good connection with those communities.
Yeah, and over the years, I think the dynamics have changed on that kind of a connection. But obviously, when you have a native Hawaiian on your staff, that's going to always help you out. And you're exactly right. I mean, a lot of the Polynesian players end up at Washington State, BYU, Utah. And apparently, probably because that pattern probably shows me that it's a distance thing, to where you can only you can fly home and on one flight or something like that. But the way Polynesian players, and it doesn't matter where they're from, they're all Ohana. If you understand that, that means family. And when you got somebody familiar at a place and you can go make a connection there, that means a lot. So, yeah, I just think it's a distance thing, and I think that it's a relationship thing where it comes down to, and Nebraska has been lucky, recruiting that state for a long time.